see, I'm loading out the truck. We're building a pond dam right now, the retention pond dam, and it's going pretty good. It's day 2 on it. Day 1, we pretty much scraped off mud and got to where we could work, just because it has been so nasty here. Lots of rain been going on, so Tom's packing in that lift. We're getting close on our height, but I don't know about our width. I think we need to add in some more width at our base. But I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. We got I believe it is the 54-inch diesel bucket, just like Dirt Boss got. After watching his video, he's got a Cabelco 210. I think his is a little bit newer than mine. Definitely nicer, a lot less scratches on it. And I think mine is a 44, 42. So it's definitely been worth it on this job to get this. Very easy company to work with. Yeah, diesel attachments. Called them up, we had it here in 3 days, something like that, so it worked out really good. It's not terribly heavy, or you know, when you get way out there, I'll just kind of show you here. This is not the best ideal situation for loading trucks, for sure. I'm uphill and everything, but I mean, we're not jerking too bad, or you know, bouncing too bad. No more than my normal operating skills. But this down here is the bottom of the pond. Then I got to cut the slopes back and all that stuff. So guys are out here, they're mulch up the brush piles. So there comes Tom. Good to see that progress being made. Jody came out and did some drone, so you guys can kind of see what's going on with I think they got like it's a John Deere, can't remember what it is. It's a loader, but with a big old rake on it, and he's raking up to the guy. So come on back a little bit more, Tom. If it wasn't for taking it all the way down the end of the pond, I'd probably just make a pile and push this in with a dozer. But it's actually going really good. You don't, the loading and loading it up in the truck, and then you just takes one pass of the dozer and knock it down, and 1 or 2 passes, and it's good to go. There ain't nothing straight about this thing. It's got a dog leg in it, curved up at this end, and all right, you good. We did rented this truck. I don't know if I got any video of it or not. I can't remember. But what is it? A 30 B30E up Bell. So I'm assuming it's a 30-ton. Been a good truck. But been definitely nice to have. We got all of our topsoil moved. We pushed them up in a pile, and then we we hauled everything to that side of the property. There's going to be several building pads over here, so we didn't want to have that topsoil in the way, and we needed a strip for where this retention pond is going. So it's been fun out here, that's for sure. We went through this morning. As you can see, it's trying to rain again. What is, anybody that lives in Greenville, what is going on? It has been raining and raining and raining. Upstate, Greenville, wherever you might be, it has just been absolutely ridiculous. So much rain. Why it's over there, he's digging that little core section. The pond turns and goes up the hill, then dies into that hill. Sorry, dies into that hill over there. So he's digging out the core over there. But those stakes, the pond kind of goes up, makes like a, not a cove, but like a point up there. This is all, we pushed all this up off of the pond. It's decent material, but it was super wet. So we ran the old disc over it, letting it dry out, and then we can start building in that top edge. Comes Tom. Steady Eddie Tom. Side of the pond over here, and it's also the best dirt, so that's kind of why we started over here, peeling off this top edge and then building the roadside dam out of it. So got it cored in yesterday and then building lifts today. Got a pretty good slope on it. I want to say it's like from one end to the other, I think it's got 4 feet of fall or something. So it's got a bunch of fall, and all of our stakes have I've just been going up to my stake and jumping out with the tape measure and checking it that way, and it seems to be pretty close. We'll for sure have to do some fine tuning. This is dumb. Oh, so much rain. Oh look, it's almost done. Oh mercy, what to do, what to do. Alright, let's get this one loaded and we'll probably call it. What's up guys, we are back over here on our let's just call it commercial property site that we've been working on. So all the clearing's been done. We stripped topsoil for both areas of retention ponds, and let's see what else we've done. All the grinding's been done, that's been done. And I did not get any video on this pond, but we ended up doing, this is the first retention pond. When you pull on site, this would be on the right side of the property. So this one is done from the on the inside. There is some more that has to be built up over there. Better catch that. All right, so back to let's see here. Oh, retention pond. So pretty much the whole, this pond is done. We still have some baffles we got to put in. It's like a help keep sediment and stuff from coming down and keep erosion and stuff like that. We still have some more. We have some like rock rings to put in and stuff, but we have to get it surveyed to make sure that we are right on the money as far as the size of the pond, that we didn't mess up. I didn't mess up on anything, and that it's according to plan. So what I've been doing the past couple days is, or say past day or so, is working on the back slope of the pond. You know, I built the core and everything, and then we filled this actually in with topsoil and kind of trashy material over here up against the road. And we got a mountain of mulch over here, so we're going to use that to stabilize this bank here. I put some straw mat down. We can't put mulch in the ditch, but I can go like, we'll cover half of that straw mat right there, and that way this is all stabilized. We know this is right on. Me and Tom got the box and outlet put in. We got all this done. Just kind of goofy, that's what the plan wanted it, just like that. So we got all that in. I still have to do a little bit of grouting on it, but you can kind of see it there. Concrete, I think it's 18-inch that goes through the dam there, and then that's just drains down that guy's field. But it's a big kind of like a pit there, so it'll dissipate and hopefully weep down before it goes out. But so we're getting close to this one. Hopefully I'm going to get all this wrapped up, and we do have a little bit of work to do up there at the entrance. When we put the drive in, we honestly just kind of guessed, and we're like, all right, we'll figure it out as it gets closer. We got to add a couple pieces of pipe and rework the entrance now that we're able to mark and see exactly where everything is going. But let's go load up some mulch, and we'll back it down here and get it dumped. These stakes right here are actually the driveway, so this needs to be dug out, and then we'll put gravel and stone in here, and then a little ditch, and then this berm will be lost, and then I'll just get tied in to that corner over there. So yeah, let's see here. Yamar, yeah, that's what we gotta get. So Tom is out getting some parts. He drove down to Columbia, or Lexington actually, which is 2 hours away, to get a part. Last night, got down there, wrong part. So he drove back this morning, returned the part to see if they had the right one, and they don't. And it's coming out of Texas, so hopefully we will get it, and that part is for the 210. Today is Wednesday, and let me get this thing warmed up. So we've had a really good run the past 2 or 3 weeks as far as nothing really going wrong as far as equipment. But let's just start right over here. So what we got with the 210, used it Saturday, ran flawless, and so hopped in it, put the lever down, nothing. First thing Monday morning. So we figured out it's the pilot pump, this pump right here. We had a mechanic come out and look at it, so that's what Tom went to go get. Hopefully we will see that tomorrow, so we can get this back up and going. I think I got some video, I can't remember or not, but I did get me a diesel bucket, 54-inch. Thank you, Mr. Dirt Boss. I saw his video and went ahead and got me one of those. But moving on down the line, the 850 doing great, ran flawless. Last 20 minutes of running on Saturday, had a code come up, it kept running, and I was like, huh, that's weird. Like, it popped up on the dash, shut it off, and she doesn't track straight. So it's a speed sensor. Had a guy come out, look at it, he thought it was one thing, turns out it was another thing. So speed sensor is on his way from Clint for this. No big deal, it's fine. 450. This isn't that big a deal. We have the parts, we just haven't had the time to do it. The seal went out for this is all grease right here. I don't know if you can see that. That's a big pile of grease. The seal went out for the tensioner, the track tensioner. Just haven't had time to replace it, but you got to stop and pump it up every 30 minutes or so. Just keep it tight. Yamar, we're doing okay. skid steer, we're good. Packer, we're good. So the Yanmar, I take that back. So the Yanmar got fixed yesterday. I say got fixed. It wasn't the Yanmar, it was the Rotoback. Let me show you guys that real quick. Taking up a lot of time videoing here real quick. All right, got that taken care of. So Rotoback, we've been having some issues with this. People know that some of you might know that I really wanted one of these for a very long time. It works great when it is working right. Hopefully we got it working right. What it all boils down to, I think it was not installed properly and was not properly set to the right specifications. So I think, fingers crossed, we got everything dialed in again. So that being said, we actually got to hook up to that and load up mulch into the haul truck, because I can't load mulch with the 210 because it's busted. So yeah, fun, but it's been going so good, like so good. Let me close this door before I forget. But all right, we're gonna hop in the Yanmar and get that thing attachment on so I can load out some mulch. All right, got the grapple on there so I can load up some of that mulch, but I'll just kind of show you guys. So what the issue was, the bar didn't have pressure, so it hit the wood and it would just spin. The chain wouldn't, like, you know, you gotta, like, when you put a saw in, you gotta, like, you know, bear down on it almost. And yeah, it didn't have enough pressure, so we were able to get that pressure turned up and to the right spec, and she's cutting great. The reason why these are left here too is the guy that did the grinding for us, his yard is like literally 10 minutes down the road, and he didn't want to bring a shear out here to shear up this little bit of stumps and stuff. So we told him he would he's gonna let us dump it, you know, just bring it, throw it in a truck and bring it out there. But all right, I don't know if you guys can see that. I hope you can. But oh yeah, much better. So what was happening too was it was getting hot. The whole system was getting hot because it wasn't running at the correct RPMs or the right pressure. So you're getting all this heat and stuff from the saw sitting there spinning and not doing what it's supposed to do. It wasn't cutting. So it was just one thing after another, and finally we got Rotoback out there, and we actually got tech over at Hills Equipment. Big thanks to those guys getting this all squared away. But knock on wood, I'm pretty confident that it's good to go, and we aren't gonna have, oh my goodness, that was heavy. We aren't gonna have any more issues out of it. But while I'm right here, I'm just gonna buzz the rest of these. I don't know if you guys can see that, but see how there's a bunch of like halfway cuts in that log? So it would get down to a certain point and then it would stop. We tried chains, we tried all different kinds of stuff. It was just it's always been the saw. It hasn't been the rotate has always worked great and stuff, but the saw itself has, and what it wasn't installed properly. Come to find out, the dealer that did the initial install on it, they didn't put a filter in it. You're supposed to have a filter, and I don't know if you can see that there's a box right here. So that's a modified box, and there's a filter and a housing or a block underneath that. And so if there's like a catastrophic failure with the head, you don't contaminate your whole system. And that filter was never installed. We found it in the shop and with like a box of parts and stuff. It was just one of those things that everybody was in a rush. I'm not blaming one person or one dealership, but you know, I think it was a little bit of everybody. Rotobeck, from Rotobeck to the dealer that I bought or had it installed from. I think it was a little bit everybody's fault, but we got it straightened out. Everybody took care of me in the long run. It was just a lot of heartache and a lot of annoyance. All those little rounds right there, we were trying and testing, and all right, so if it's not this, you know, we do this, you know, try this adjustment, try this chain, try this, try that, and that's what all that stuff's for. But now we can get it hauled off, get it out of here. I was kind of keeping it around just for this pile, but that, and then my brother's been super busy with trucks have been busy and everything. So all right, let's get over here and get this haul truck loaded up. But I am considering something. If anybody is interested in this, I am thinking about selling this machine. I wish I would have bought a bigger. This is only, you know, a 21,000 pound machine, and I wish I would have got a little bit bigger unit, maybe a 135 or 145 with something like this on it. It works good for backyards and stuff, but I'm trying to get out of the backyard portion of things, and I would love to get into more sites and stuff like this, and I just don't know how much we're going to use it. So if anybody's interested, I'm thinking about selling it. So it's a pretty expensive piece of equipment just to have sitting if you're not using it every single day. And she hadn't done a lot in the past 2 months, so I don't know if that's the new norm or if that's just how, or if this is where Lord is taking our business. I don't know, but I do know it's expensive and I don't use it near as much as I thought I was going to. So I mean, everything's for sale, you know. But all right, let's get this truck moved over here. All right, so already got some unloaded here. I was on the phone, but just kind of grabbing it out of the truck so I don't have to move it twice, or a third time, I guess. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Oh, yeah, you should be able to see that. Kind of placing it down the hill here. Tom's back, and so he's driving the truck for me, and he's braking out a little bit over here, just kind of getting it padded out, and you can see it's laying in there good. So we might need to go get a different rake. Need some down there?
I don't think so.
Trying to get it smoothed out the best I can, so the less raking we have to do, the better. Figured out if I get like too big of a grapple, then it all kind of falls out at once and just almost like a half bite, and it works pretty good. So once we finish the mulch, then we got to put in the rock for, I got to dig that out real quick. It shouldn't take too long for the emergency overflow. So that's next, and then we'll proceed up this way. This is working. If I were to dump it out on the dam, it could boil over there. I gotta clean it up off the top of the dam because we have to seed the top, or I guess we don't have to. We should. That's why we're doing it this way. Is, well, one, we don't have to put silt fence back and stuff like that because this is considered stabilized. Quebec, moving mulch. All right, so I got this last little bit right here. There's a video. Kind of see down through there. That's where we got to put the emergency overflow. Got to put riprap. I got to dig it down a little bit, but yeah, it looks pretty good. Let me swing over this way for you a little bit. But yeah, it looks good out through there. Help keep this bank from washing out. Look at that. Pretty nice just being able to pull it right out of the truck and place it right where it needs to go. So I don't have to clean up anything off of the top of the dam right here. You know, there's a few sticks here and there, but not like we have a pile of mulch that we're going to get mulch and dirt all mixed together or anything like that. So it's nice that I'm able to put it right where we need it. Kind of Tom's raking up the edges a little bit, and I'm trying to knock down what I can so he doesn't have to do as much raking is the idea. Lost the bar oil cap. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. I thought I saw something coming out of there. Lost the bar oil cap. Ugh. Oh my word. Still got a bar on it. Hopefully it didn't get a bunch of trash in there. I think it should be all right, but no idea where that's at. Oh. Yeah, you see it up in there?
I don't see it.
We had the little safety. We had a screw on there too.
Yeah.
That little thing right there. Oh, brother. Well.
Didn't happen to catch it on video.
I don't know, we might have. We'll probably end up, someone will catch it. Maybe, I don't know. I thought I saw something dripping. I was like, oh, that's weird. All right, well, we're gonna see if we can find it. And that's pretty much all the mulch anyway. So yeah, we'll come over here, dig this out. So it's gotta go down, I think 18 inches, dig that out all the way up to here, and then throw that in the truck, and then rake that mulch down to the edges. So I found this one at a mulch site, and I think it's a hydraulic cap. I'll put, because I think it's a breather. Let's see if she'll fit. Look at that. Nice one. All right, I'm gonna switch to the bucket. I'll keep looking for that other one, but that was dumb. All right, getting this emergency overflow dug out. Tom got the truck backed in here. He's touching up a few things with some mulch. And as soon as we get this out of here, we're gonna load up some rock and bring the rock over, hopefully dip it out of the truck and get it in here. We do have to put fabric down. Can't forget that. We got the fabric in, got it dug out, got our fabric in, and start trying to dip this rock out of here. I'm just a little too short. Try not to make a mess. I would dump it in there and then work it all around, but what happens is the underlayment ends up getting torn. That kind of defeats the purpose of putting it down. I don't want to peel it back up to fix it, so we're just taking it slow and not gonna hopefully tear anything up, but that is the plan. Can't wait for that 210 to get fixed. That's gonna be nice. So that's what I didn't want to do. Once I get some built right there, then I'll be able to reach out a little farther and get on top of it. It's only got to be a foot thick over here too, so I don't want to get too much in. Excuse me. But it's working. The problem is I can't get enough curl. I'm going to come out over here. There we go. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. So tomorrow we're gonna pick up the rest of this from right here and hopefully get wrapped up around there where the yam are sitting by the truck. Get this slope all transitioned. It actually has like a little hump right here, and then this is the access to get on top of the pond right here. You actually got to go in from the road, but yeah, it looks pretty good. We got that plenty of mulch, so we're using it as erosion control, and it'll eventually, you know, they got to put plants and some, I don't know, landscape or something down along through here. But my camera is about to die, so hopefully we get it. But that's it right there, guys. We got the emergency overflow in, got it notched in right there, so none of there's a big, like a wall of dirt basically, so it'll hit that instead of blowing out that ditch right there. So that's the plan. But so everything over here is pretty much done. I do have to build that up. It's got to come up about 8-10 inches in a couple areas on that side, but it's not that critical for the pond. But that's it right there, guys. I might work on this up here a little bit, and thanks for watching. Have a good one, y'all.